Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm Georgette Pierre, and you're listening to Black and Nuanced Podcasts, dispelling the ideas that all black people are monoliths because we're not. My guests and I bring our varying perspectives to pop culture, relationships, and things we go through that we can't always name. Welcome to Black and Nuanced, powered by Excitement Radio. I got a couple of guests with me again.
We're back again, baby.
Queen and Telli. Okay, tell the good people who you are.
Hey man, you already know. It's your girl Telli, aka Tellioki. Hey, lighten up these airwaves. You already know. I don't have too much to say.
That's fine.
And it's the one and only. You can't clone me. Your girl Queen, baby.
I feel like it's so extra.
I don't need to be so dramatic because she's just so dramatic.
She's going to do it for you.
I am not dramatic. I'm just me, the one and only.
That's that fam you talking.
I know. And so I got to bring my other guest on the line, Tone. That is his alias for today or for this episode. He goes by the name Tone. What's up, honey?
Yo, what's going on? I mean, everybody's flowing, so I'm just saying it's your one and only Tone on the phone, never alone. I'm in the place to be with these beautiful ladies doing the thing. You feel me?
That's hilarious.
Tone, really?
Wow, I'm kind of pressed and jealous right now because when I said mine, they looked at me crazy. But when you just said yours, Tone, they was excited. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that, but that was smooth.
That's because it was unexpected.
Exactly.
I mean, you come with that all the time,
You
so
do.
we already know.
It's the audacity that blows my mind.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so Black and Nuance, I love to kind of break down some of these topic norms, and I was inspired by this conversation. More so this Twitter thread from this guy that I follow. And let me read the tweet because this is what sparked the conversation and why I actually had to bring Tone onto the podcast. Okay, so his name is, he goes by the name Rainy Ovaye. I think that's how you pronounce it. But this is what his tweet was. Y'all out here mutilating your kids at birth in compliance with obsessive Western bodily aesthetics when you could just teach them how to wash they peen. So basically he was talking about male circumcision. Ladies, I'm gonna start with you all. Have you had sex with anyone that has been uncircumcised before?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
I don't know what it looks like. I meant to look it up. And so what
But I never noticed. It was my first time.
Okay.
But I didn't know. So,
Okay.
You know, your first time, you don't really know.
Okay, so what were your immediate thoughts after you found out? Dude.
I didn't really think nothing
About it.
until I got older, and then I was like, then I realized, like, they say men don't even know how to clean themselves. So now thinking back to it, it's like, I hope you cleaned yourself,
right? Because it's an extra layer of skin.
Yeah.
So would you prefer uncircumcised or circumcised penis?
I don't want, it looks weird. Like,
It looks weird. Circumcised or uncircumcised? Uncircumcised means like the foreskin is still on.
They got it. Yeah.
And then circumcised means, yeah, okay, so you want circumcised.
Yeah, I want circumcised.
What, did you
I
feel?
need to see the whole length, not the. I'm messing
Okay.
with you. I wanted to see your expression because I knew you was gonna say that.
Well, no, because the whole length, well, I don't know.
When you don't see it, like they gotta pull it back.
Oh,
It's like a whole
okay.
extra
Skin.
Like, you know how baby necks be like an old people neck, like when it's like crop.
Okay.
It's a lot. It's a lot of meat.
Right, because it's
A lot of
just,
skin.
okay.
Like, it's a lot.
Did you feel a different? Do you remember or recall the difference of sexual pleasure?
But that was
So long ago.
I
Okay, Telli, what about you?
No.
No, what?
No, like, it's always been uncircumcised.
They've been or circumcised.
See, now I'm circumcised.
So they've always been circumcised.
Mm-hmm.
So you've never. Telli, if you don't put your mouth in that microphone, because she ain't trying to talk. Telli, So the people you've messed with have been circumcised.
Yes.
I feel like I gotta ask Telli the hard-hitting questions. Queen won't talk a little bit more, but Telli, meaning like you'll be more forthcoming with it.
With stuff like this, I don't like to, but I don't care because whatever.
Okay, so Tone, before I get to you, the one thing I was offlining with the ladies about was how some of the article links that I sent in the episode outline was trying to say that we're trying to compare FGM, aka female genital mutilation, in the same veins as male circumcision, calling it barbaric. Now, I just wholeheartedly disagree, at least with the way one of the articles was written by this one guy. It was on The Independent. And he basically tried to say, like, you people, it was a white man because you could see their pictures and their profiles. Mm-hmm. But he was basically saying, like, parents shouldn't impose their views on their kids or other people. And I was just like, wait a minute. Like, you're a white man that benefits from people's views have been being posed on, or being forced upon, right? Like, we came into this country where we don't have certain privileges that we can live with. So isn't that the same thing as having to live with someone's views being imposed on certain oppressed groups? So when he started saying certain things about, like, male circumcision is just as barbaric as, FGM, I was like, wait a minute. Men just get foreskin removed. That doesn't remove your sexual pleasure. When women's genitals are cut, that is the intention of removing sexual pleasure and having agency over their bodies. But the reason why I brought you on, because, obviously we are women that have not had our genitals cut, and you have not been circumcised before. And I don't know that because I've had sex with you. I know that because you and I are friends and we had a conversation about it. And not even a real conversation, right? Like, I didn't ask you any questions, but, I wanted to kind of get your views about the misperceptions of being uncircumcised, even from kind of hearing Queen's perspective, as she said she got older from the time she had sex with someone that wasn't circumcised to someone being circumcised. So kind of dispelling some of the misperceptions about being uncircumcised.
So I want to do one thing. I want to speak on that article. I don't know Miss Cat. I didn't get a chance to read the article.
Yeah.
But just from what you shared,
let me read that.
Problem.
Well, let me read.
He's lost. He's lost because there's no way you can compare the two.
Right.
Female genital mutilation is a horrid, barbaric, disgusting, sick, twisted practice that needs to go away.
Right.
Period. End of story. Circumcision was brought about because of health concerns decades and like hundreds of years ago. And for religious purposes by a certain group of people hundreds of years ago. It's something that you can opt to do or not do depending on your preference. My parents opted not to circumcise me, and I mean, obviously I don't know life any other way. I mean, I've been uncircumcised since birth. So for me, it's all about cleanliness. You got to understand, just like a woman knows how to clean her body or has to know how to clean her body, a man has to know how to wash himself.
Right.
If you're uncircumcised, it means that you still have that foreskin. So when you're going to wash, you don't not roll it back. You got to roll it back and wash yourself properly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no. Cause,
it's true.
Like, if you're an uncircumcised man and now you're in a relationship with a woman and you guys are having sex, protected sex,
right,
and then you choose to have unprotected sex, that man, if he's not washing himself properly, can give that woman an infection, whether it be any type of infection.
Right.
Because if you're not properly washing yourself skin to skin, I mean, that's a problem. So, whether the choice to circumcise or not circumcise your child is really up to two consenting adults, parents of that child or a parent of that child, what they want to do. And then, it doesn't change that child's lifestyle, or sexual pleasure, because from what I understand, from women who have been with men who are uncircumcised who are circumcised, it's the same difference.
Right.
And I don't know men, funny enough, or not funny enough, men don't generally have this conversation with each other, right? So my boys and I are not sitting around talking about, yo, son, I'm uncircumcised or I'm circumcised, and when I'm no, we don't talk about stuff like that.
Right.
But the reality of it is that for me, it's cool. Like I don't know life without it, so I enjoy my life regardless. It doesn't get in my way.
Right. So I want to read his article just to be more accurate, and I'll put the link in the article notes. But it said, at the very end of the article, it says, whilst you have the absolute right to your beliefs, you don't necessarily have the right to impose those beliefs on others, and you certainly shouldn't assume to have the right to impose them with a pair of scissors or a sharp knife on a non-consenting child. I think for one, no harm, no foul, as they say, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, based off of what you just read, I feel like it does. What you mean, a child who doesn't give you consent? First of all, the child won't know whether they have it or they don't have it.
No harm, no foul.
Right,
just like Tom just said, like he don't know life without it. Like he still is okay with it. So whether the child get it or whether the child not, like they're gonna be fine.
Right. And so some of the cases that he referenced in this article was like a couple of boys died, and I think hold on, let me read. It said that like FGM is illegal in the UK, but male circumcision is seen as benign or beneficial. I forgot where I read the articles where there was a but there was a country where can't find it, but I forgot, there was one country where two young boys, like one boy had to get his dick amputated because he had
from like
it was
a botch,
gangrene or something, and then some other boys had died.
Yeah, but how rare is that?
Yeah,
Think about that.
I
You
agree.
see what you just said?
Yeah.
Like, how rare is that?
I agree.
It is not, for women who have had to endure
Right.
female genital mutilation, that's not a rare situation. That's like, I mean, women all over, you know what I'm saying, who are dealing with this stuff in parts of Africa and other parts of the world. You know, I mean, I don't know the statistics, right? But I do know that
in Asia.
Yeah, the stories that I've heard are, you know, horrific. You know, so you really can't compare, you know, the act of circumcising or not circumcising your child to female genital mutilation.
Right. I think it was a bold statement.
That's apples and oranges. I get what he's trying to say. You know, you're taking away the choice from the child and so forth. But parents might be choosing that for a specific reason. Because, yeah, you know, it's a cleanliness thing. Like, depending on where you are in the world, right? You know, if you know that your child is not in places where they have access to the cleanest water and so on, or you know, then that might be a better health choice for you
for
to
them
circumcise that child. Yes, because now there's less likelihood of that child developing some sort of infection. You know, when you're here in a country like America, where there's more likelihood that you have access, except here in places like Flint, Michigan, you have access to clean and safe water, then, you know, the child will be able to bathe and soap and wash properly and do certain things. So I think it also will depend on what part of the world you're in and what you have access to, whether or not you choose, you go that route.
Okay, so on a lighter note, because I know, I keep laughing at Queen's faces, like she had made a face earlier. Because I've never seen an uncircumcised penis at all. So do you roll... Telli's face is just even like...
Because I'm trying to like picture it.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, so let's get to a lighter note, like sex life. Like,
right.
Do you roll it back to put the condom on?
No, you don't. No, you
Okay.
don't. You don't. You don't. You don't have to. And see, here's the thing. Now,
I don't know.
I'm gonna get like, listen. If
Go
it's
ahead.
uncomfortable, it's uncomfortable. But we just gonna keep it real. When you're having sex with someone who, like myself, who is, uncircumcised, you don't need to roll it back. Now, when, if you're getting, let's just say, you and your lady in bed and you're getting head, a blowjob, whatever you want to call it, then you're gonna, rolling it back, there's a little bit more pleasure, when the foreskin is rolled back.
Okay.
So it's like one of those things where, it could go either way in terms of your preference, but the bottom line is you're not losing anything, so...
You know what's so funny? Can I tell you something? Because there's a picture, I don't know if y'all saw the Twitter picture, so essentially, if you didn't have the foreskin, it's the normal dick that everyone's used to seeing. The foreskin doesn't actually affect the head of the penis. So
it protects it.
Yeah.
It
It's
protects
just covering it.
Wait, talking to the mic,
Yeah.
Queen?
Oh, no, I'm saying it's just covering
So
it.
wait, so the foreskin covers the head as well?
Yeah, the foreskin
I
covers
thought
the
he
head.
did
The
it.
foreskin protects. The foreskin protects.
Find
the
me a
head of the
picture,
penis.
Queen. Okay, Queen,
Yeah,
go find me a picture.
the foreskin protects. The head
Oh,
of the
I
penis.
thought that's the part that was open and like everything else was covered up.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is why it's important for children who are uncircumcised for them to be taught how to properly wash themselves, because they have to roll the foreskin back. You know what I'm saying, to get everything. Because if you don't roll the foreskin back, all kinds of stuff can gather in that part of the penis, right? So you got to roll it back and make sure you wash it properly with soap and water. Otherwise you get an infection. This is why I said what I said about, depending on where you are in the world, it might be wiser to circumcise your child versus being uncircumcised.
So when did it dawn on you that you were uncircumcised? Because of course, when
I think it was it dawned on me when I was a teenager. I think my first sexual encounter, is when it dawned on me, and I was like, the person that had my first sexual encounter with had sex before. So she was like, oh, and I was like, what? So she was like, oh, you're not circumcised. I was like, oh, well, no. Okay, so it dawned on me, because I never thought about it before growing up as a child. It's not like I've been running around and, oh, dude, what's wrong with your penis? Oh, what's wrong with your penis? I mean, we don't do that.
You're not thinking
you know
about
what I'm saying?
that.
Like, yeah. So, granted, as boys, I mean, I've been in locker rooms with groups of boys, because I played sports. So, we in the locker rooms, but I've always been that guy. I reach for the towel quick, fast. I just don't. I get weird. I don't want to see you. I don't want you to see me. Like, it's my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Keep your stuff over there. So, you know what I'm saying? Like women, I guess, may be different, but I don't know. It was my own insecurity. I was never comfortable with it.
Did your parents ever tell you why they didn't do it?
So my mom I'd asked my mom because I wanted to know, and she's like, she just didn't because she didn't see it was necessary.
Okay.
She didn't see it as something that was necessary.
Interesting.
And funny enough, one of my nephews, I have two nephews. One of them is circumcised and one isn't.
Okay. But different parents though, right?
Same mother.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, different sperm donor.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. No, I mean, so ladies, for your future children, would you want your son circumcised or uncircumcised, and why or why not?
I'll get him circumcised.
I agree.
Cause I just feel like it also depends on my husband. Because I feel like when it comes to men, like the man has to teach the son. So if my husband is like not if he's circumcised,
You would want the.
then he if he is or if he not, either or, he's the one who got to teach my son how to clean himself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like it depends on my husband, but I probably will get him circumcised.
Right, but beyond the husband part, why would you want him circumcised? Because of your experiences with it?
I mean, it ain't like it was, like you said, it wasn't, like, it's no different.
Right, but it's not religious, it's not anything.
Yeah, it's not, yeah.
Because the thing is, if the baby's already crying, they're not going to remember that the skin is getting cut off. What about you, Telli?
I think it would just, like, down the road, it would be just easier. So you don't have to worry about, okay, I got to make sure I'm doing extra to clean this and that. And then you might not have, like, when you're with somebody, you're not going to have that, oh, what is this? Like, that's one less thing you got to deal with. So just circumcise it unless, cut it.
But it's nothing religious or anything. It's just, yeah.
Interesting. I just saw an uncircumcised pink penis.
And you should see her face.
Did it scare you?
Well,
Did it scare you? The one-eyed monster.
Well, the pink penises.
It looks like
different.
a worm.
Yeah,
you ever seen
does.
a worm? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like white men's penises because it's pink. It just does not look. It looks.
Listen. Here's the real deal.
Yeah.
Like for me, I would probably choose to, because I'm uncircumcised.
Right.
I'd probably choose to not circumcise my child.
Right.
But if my wife said, Chris, I would like to circumcise,
You wouldn't fight her on it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna fight her on it either. I just think, like I said, it's there's nothing barbaric about it. I understand the reason for the practice, I guess, because I understand the importance of cleanliness and so forth. So,
Right.
But I think you teach that child how to take care of themselves, how to wash themselves, how to bathe, then they're fine. It's just like a woman, for example. There are women who, don't know how to wash. Okay,
Well, I was going to say that too, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so, and there's no circumcision involved, but there are women who, be carrying some odors that I'm like, yo, that's abnormal. Like, you need to go to a doctor. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
Well, abnormal
no
in the
disrespect.
sense, abnormal in the sense that
they don't wash properly.
Well, yeah,
That's
right.
what
And
that
if they
is.
have an odor, it could be bacterial vaginosis. It could be yeast infection. It could be right because our bodies our yayas are constantly cleaning itself.
Exactly. So I think someone mentioned that the concern is you just don't want to have to deal with that extra step, but there's no extra step really. It's just wash yourself properly. Period.
Wash your
So because whether you're circumcised or not, you still got to wash your penis properly.
Well,
all right. So
what about the condoms? Do they fit properly? Do you get extra large or something?
Yeah. You don't need no. Listen, you can wear magnums. You can not wear magnums. It doesn't matter what size condom you're wearing. Like, when you're circumcised and not, it goes on the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's up to you. It's up to you if you want to roll the foreskin back and put the condom on or not. It's not any different. Now, obviously, the thing is that what I've noticed, as someone who's uncircumcised, when the foreskin is rolled back, there is more pleasure. Like, so
that's interesting. Wait, so not to interrupt you.
Hold on.
Okay.
No, but so the point I'm making is it's a plus for us when you're not circumcised, because then, it's almost like it prolongs the pleasure. You get what prolongs the experience. You get what I'm saying? So,
okay. So, yeah. Well, it was funny because like the other things that were being debunked with people circumcision versus uncircumcised was there's less penal sensitivity, and it was just like, wait a fucking minute.
No. What are you talking about? They're trying to say
they're trying to say if you're circumcised, right. So they're trying to be basically debunk like certain things, like if you're circumcised, like it takes away this, it takes away that. I was like, I don't think.
Then I read something that was like excessive masturbation.
I don't buy
like, what?
Right. I mean, like, and I know the health issues, right? Like, I think the health issues, but that's only because there's an extra layer of skin you need to clean. Like, that's it. Like, say for instance, like if women had 3 breasts, you just got to clean under each and every one.
So here's the thing. Obviously, I can't, and I wouldn't even try to speak to knowing what it's like to be circumcised. Right. So you'd probably have to have someone who's circumcised.
I was trying to get my guy friend. I think he's circumcised.
Yeah, because each man's experience is going to be different. I can only speak to my experience as an uncircumcised man and saying, hey, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread for me. I'm good. There's no problem. I don't have any issue. For a brother or whoever that's not, that's circumcised, they would have to speak to what that's like for them, so.
Ladies, real quick questions from your faces that you have made. If, well, seriously, because
we are not making faces, Georgette.
Earlier faces, okay. To clarify, earlier faces. Queen, starting with you, because most of the time you don't necessarily see their penises before, like, you lay in the bed or whatever, right? Like, you see it in the moment, right? Like, when you're about to have sex, you see it in the moment. If you ran across another guy that was uncircumcised, would you just be like, nah, Negro?
No.
You would stop him dead in his tracks?
Mm-mm.
So you would continue?
Yeah. It's not.
It's just not aesthetically pleasing to look at.
But then again, not how dirty men be nowadays.
You don't know
clean yourself.
Right?
That's the main.
I
question.
would have some questions.
So you would stop, like before I got there, Telli.
Yeah, just because I'm not used to seeing that, so I'd be like, wait a minute, what's going on?
Y'all gonna make me choke over here.
My bad, Tone on the phone.
Tone on the phone. Right? No, because it's so funny because Telli's really private about her business. Like we all know her like at work, and so to hear Telli talk about sex in general, like in my mind, I was like, Telli, really?
Yeah,
Georgette, what you doing? You always ask us.
During the wrap up, you was like, "Oh, Telli," because I was like, with the Safari thing, I was like, "Yeah, I need all my organs intact."
Because Safari has a new sex toy for his it's called Anaconda. And when Telli said that, I was like, "Oh!" I grabbed my seat like, "Telli, wait a minute."
Wait, what?
So Telli doesn't ever talk about her sex life, and so when Telli we do the
whole Anaconda thing.
Yeah, so Safari has a new sex toy called Anaconda. It was basically the imprint of his dick, and
it's huge.
It's right. His dick size was floating literally on the interwebs, and most people that have seen it can attest that it's really big. And so a sex toy company or a sex toy maker wanted to poach Safari about doing a dick imprint and all this other stuff. This came out a few months ago. So now the toy actually came out. So when Telli was on the series that I produced for the station, she mentioned, she was like, yeah, I don't know, because, I want all my organs intact. Ooh, I grabbed my seat and I looked at Telli like, wait a minute, Telli? Like that Dave Chappelle face, like.
Yeah.
Right, so
Georgette.
Talk to me.
What are you doing if you see that thing?
I don't know. Yeah, I actually don't know. I'd be like, sir. Well, I might be the bold one. Be like, okay, you're gonna have to peel that back. Let me see. Like maybe even do a smell test.
You're a Leo, right?
I sure am.
Yeah, that's a Leo move.
Like she laughing. Like why? Because no one else would do that.
No, I mean,
listen.
I got wipes in the bathroom, in my closet.
So you always encounter uncircumcised?
Yeah, I have. I've never dealt with uncircumcised. That's why I made that face when I saw that pink penis. I was like, oh, it had veins popping. It just looked nasty. And that,
If a man is clean, you will know. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's fair. That's fair.
True.
Yeah, and ain't nobody coming to me like if you ain't clean.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the foreskin or the extra layer has impeded, has helped, doesn't do anything?
Do it.
For me? No.
Did you hear Queen's question?
If what?
Ask the question again, Queen.
I said, do it grow, or do it stay?
Does it grow? No. So when you expand, I mean everything. It just expands with. So in other words, when I'm erect, that's it. It's erect. So when I become erect, then there's less of the foreskin.
It pushes through essentially.
Yeah, it pushes exactly. But it's still there.
I can't
it's still
unsee
evident,
that picture now,
you know
Queen. I can't unsee the picture that Queen showed me. Oh my gosh. Okay. Gotcha. That's interesting. Okay, wait, ladies, any other outstanding questions for Tone? So oh my gosh.
Would you ever get circumcised, like, or you think you just gonna ride it out for the, for the remainder?
Hell no.
You
there's
good?
no reason for me to. Yeah, there's no reason for me to change anything. This is my life. This is who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is. There's nothing wrong. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. And my partner, she has no complaints. So it's like, why?
I guess that's all that
matters.
Right.
Yeah, regardless, even if my partner had complaints, like it's just like for a woman, it's their body. For a man, it's their bodies, right? So, like, I would never look at any woman that I'm in a relationship with and say, I don't like your breasts. You need to change it. Like, what the hell? That's your body. Who the hell am I to say some shit like that? So I'm not going to expect anybody to do that to me. You know what I'm saying? So I respect yours, you respect mine, and we live. That's it.
And we live. I'm not mad at
that. And
if
it's not for you, then I got to respect that and we keep it moving. But, the thing is like the proof is in the relationship, right? I feel like, sex is just the after. Should be after. It should be after you've gotten to know each other, after you've built something and there's formed a bond. So when it comes to that time for sex, that's probably going to be an afterthought. Like, you're going to be like, because by then hopefully you've built some kind of relationship where it's like, shit, it don't matter.
Right.
This dude is everything that I've wanted anyway. He's a good guy. He does this, he does that. So what if he's circumcised? Or he's not circumcised?
No, I
what?
agree. I think it depends.
That's until y'all get mad at each other and not together
that's why
no more.
That's
why your penis look like a worm.
Yeah, you get married and then you break up and you like that uncircumcised mother.
Your shit round here slithering.
You are so silly, so like uncircumcised mother. Right. It's almost like probably thrown as insults, which is so crazy, right? Our society.
But then again, boys can have a comeback where it was slithering in you.
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
That's so funny. Tone, thank you so much. I'm not even going to ask you what your socials are because that's just we're going to reveal who you are. So. If anything, at least there's living proof that I actually had someone on here to speak towards being uncircumcised. Oh, Tone, thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tone.
All right, take care, y'all.
Bye, darling.
Right, bye.
That was funny.
That was good. That was informative.
Very informative. Okay, Telly's like, well, Queen is the only one that has that experience here.
Yeah.
Queen doesn't like, she hates the spotlight on certain things. Okay, ladies, going into our last segment, all of the things. So this one is about people acting like being single is a disease. So wanted to see if you all believe or what you all would want in your partner, whether it's monogamy.
Nope. I mean, yes.
Wait, can I?
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Monogamy.
Wait.
What?
You said polygamy.
Okay. Never mind.
No. I put monogamy, which is one person. Polyamory. Polyamorous.
I like the first one.
Which is multiple people, dating multiple people, none of the above. But let me read. I got to shout out my girl, Amina Imani, comedian in New York. And then she also has this dope podcast called Wine Before 9. But this is her tweet. She said, stop asking people why they single like it's a disease. The idea that relationships are rewards for amazing people is just not the case. It's mad trash in relationships and no one is winning. Okay. Yeah. So what do y'all think about that? Do you all feel like people, like, do people hit you up and like, why are you still single? And like, what's up? I don't know, Queen, because I feel like you're still
why you always come to me first?
You know why? Because I'm thinking about age-wise, because I feel like you're at a state where you're still exploring, so people probably are not going to bother you as much, or are they?
What you mean they're not going to bother me?
Well, because I know for me being in my mid-30s, my mom thinks, she was like, and you don't have no children. She already thinks like I should have had a child by now.
Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying.
So it's
when
like
you cross a certain threshold, it's like
an age threshold. It's a
they
wrap.
be putting that pressure.
Yeah, but that is so crazy. Why do people do that? Granted, you're right. It's not happening to me now. I guess because of the age thing. But also, I don't put out the energy. Like I don't think my energy is mature enough for people to even think I'm ready for a child. You know what I'm saying? Like I still.
Or even what about like relationships though? Like do you like are your girlfriends or your circle of people, are they in relationships? Are they dating?
It's half and half. Some explores life, and the others are in relationships. So it's literally half and half. So
Okay.
it's like looking at both sides.
What's the ratio of, are they in monogamous relationships? Are they dating multiple people at the same time?
Like my friends who just exploring, like they'll date multiple people, and then my friends that's in relationships, they've been in relationships for a long time, like.
Are they around
over
your
5
age?
years.
Because that's so young.
Yeah, I agree. It is young.
around my age,
my God.
5 years plus.
Wow.
Like,
She's talking about like 19?
You're
Yeah.
supposed to be out and
About
free.
yeah. Now, would you all do a polyamorous relationship? What I mean by that is like you are physically dating someone, but you both agree that you all can also still see and sleep with other people. So you're in a committed relationship, but you both agree to still date and be with other people. That's polyamory.
If we're committed.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Why?
No.
Because who made up the rules
Someone's
about
gonna get
selfish.
hurt.
But who made up the but why is that the case? Maybe you're not built for it, right?
I'm not. I'm selfish. I don't care. Like I know they say that. How you say the word?
Polyamory.
They say like that's how life's supposed to be. Like we supposed to
Polyamorous. Yeah.
we supposed to be polyamorous people. But I feel like even though it's nature, I feel like it's not. Like,
I know.
I can't.
Right.
know,
That's
like,
not your thing.
It's not. And then you hopping and humping everything else around.
But if
and
they're
you
honest with
already
you
know-
about it and they told you every encounter, nope. Okay.
I don't want.
Well, then
that.
let's just not be in a relationship then.
But what if you all both agree to it? Okay, so talk to me.
I would never agree to it. But yes,
Yeah.
Telly talk because I feel like I'm talking too much.
No,
No, you're good. I mean, like, I would be uncomfortable with it because, like, I mean, I just want that security and that comfort of, like, okay, I'm with this guy. Like, he's with me. That's it. Like, I don't know if I would be jealous or get insecure and then be like, well, if you want to go be with so-and-so anyway, then just go then. Like, just leave me alone.
Yeah, and then it's like you start comparing yourself. Like, well, is mine
Well,
good
you
better
saw
than hers?
so-and-so
Like,
twice this week. And
yeah,
then
no.
I'm
it's
getting
too
a
much
little
thought
bit.
in there. Like, I only want you, and you should only want me. Period.
I feel like Queen should have been like Beyonce's character in that movie she first came out with, where she was possessive over Idris Elba, her husband.
Obsessed?
Yes, because Queen was like, "Wait a minute, but you see her twice this week, like
Exactly. Like, no, that's not making sense. Like, you're mine. You're only mine. You're my love.
But who came up with the think about it though, right? As far as
I
like,
don't care who came up with it. No. Ah, Georgette, you know what I think. Georgette, I honestly do not care who came up with it. I'm just letting you know.
What if
And I'm
the
letting
oppressor used this as a way? Let me stop.
And
I'm being serious.
Even
You don't care.
even if that did happen, like it's not like we can't have multiple kids. Like an oppressor will only stop a situation like that in order for us to not, I feel like, have more kids or something. But I mean, a woman can have as many kids as they want.
Well, I think I feel like, I don't know where polyamorous came from, but I think they were comparing it to like not being funny, but the animal kingdom, right? Bears aren't committed to one bear. Like they go smash, go to the next.
Yeah.
I mean, but nature in general, like animals
just
do
so
not
they can
stay.
reproduce.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so when did it become this whole
Marriage.
But marriage was actually formed as a business initially. It wasn't for love. It was literally as a business to keep certain things within the family. So people weren't getting married because they loved the partner, right? There's still arranged marriages that take place in this world. So then let's continue to ask the question. So where did it really come from? Like, I feel like a lot of things are over control and people wanting to quote unquote impose their beliefs. Right, and we just walked into it. And then the other thing I had read years ago was they were saying like our bodies are not necessarily, well, at least maybe men's bodies weren't necessarily meant to be with one person.
That's the excuse they always throw out. Well, I'm a man. I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, but there was like scientific research behind it. I wish I kept that article.
I've heard that too.
Yeah, it was like several years ago.
And they also try to say like that's why men cheat, because after a while they get tired of the
Same thing, yeah.
But it's like we don't have to be together.
Right.
We don't have to be in a commitment. If you know you yourself is not, you cannot self-contain. I said that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Self-contain yourself, and you feel like you have to just go out because this is not enough for you, which it shall be, because I'm a queen. We should not be committed. That's what commitment come in. That's the whole point of commitment. Don't commit to me if you know you cannot. Yeah, you can't hold
that's
yourself
tough.
down.
That's tough. How many relationships have you been in, Telly, in your life? as of now. Ooh. She was not expecting. She thought I was gonna say queen.
Right.
Yeah.
You see her face?
Telli, we ain't letting up though.
I got a lot of layers to this. Y'all just don't know.
Okay, we're waiting.
It's a lot. Like technically, like
Even not including situationships.
technically 0.
Why is that?
Just because like I saw a lot of relationships like between my friends and like certain relationships like my mom was in, and I just always kind of like I feel like I don't want to be bothered.
Right.
Me too.
So I'm just real different. I'm like in a league of my own sometimes, I feel like, because it's like
The choice has been yours, like to not be in a serious relationship. Have people pursued you though, like Telli, I want you. I want you, baby. I want you.
And then people ask me now, like, they be like, "Oh, Telli, like, you ain't got no man. What's going on? You're
that
like,
singleness,
you're smart. You're pretty. Da da da." And I'm like, I be chilling, you know,
quietly and privately. Until I see
quietly,
you.
keyword.
Right. Tell you how you're creeping in these streets.
Silly.
But situationships. Have there been someone that you were willing to at least take a chance on, though, Telli? Be vulnerable with?
Yeah, I would say so. Mainly like in college, or like since I've been out of college, oh my God, it's tough in these streets.
Really?
It's hard.
I mean, like kids, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to meet somebody in the damn club or a bar.
It's just a whole different. Like I've been out of school for 10 years now. It's a whole different scene, like everything with
people
this
are
online dating, and then just the new day and age.
Right.
And even though I'm still young, I feel old because I'm talking about a new day and age. Like these kids today. I mean, no offense. to me, you a kid. Like you in your early 20s.
Correct.
Like,
I agree.
Wow, guys.
Queen, what about you?
Really feel?
Oh, okay, we can.
Oh, no, I should.
You're a good
said
kid
that.
though. You just like
No, Queen, what about you, relationship-wise? How many have you been? Yeah.
I only been in one relationship when I was in high school, which I don't even.
Does
like
that
to
count? I know.
That's what I was saying, which I don't even like to count. So if we don't count it, then I guess it'll be like because I don't know. I think we're in a relationship. Yeah, I feel like now I'm in a relationship, but
wait, you don't know?
So hold on, can we cue this?
I know.
Oh, I wish I
but
got.
I don't know if I want to say it.
I gotta
like,
pull the audio. When I first had Queen on, she was like, "We ain't talking. We've only been talking for a month. Do. How many months down now?
It's
Same
like
guy. She's talking
5, 6
about.
months
She's talking about
now.
No, I feel like it's like 3-4 months ago you were on the podcast.
Yeah, but I was talking to him way before I was on the podcast, Georgette.
Oh, before the podcast. She tried to make it seem like they were only talking for like a couple of weeks when she talked about him on the podcast. Look at her face.
It's been like 5 months, I think.
Okay.
So
But
has
back
he
to
asked
your
you
question,
to be his girlfriend?
He said yeah.
What? Huh? I can't. Permission, please.
I'm gonna say yeah. So if we not counting high school one, if we count high school, I'm gonna count.
Okay, so this is now like you're entering into a relationship. You're in a relationship
this
now.
Is fresh. This is new. This is still honeymoon stage. That's
I
the only
know,
reason why.
the honeymoon
that's
phase
why I don't
is
want
right.
to say it's a relationship, but technically it is.
Okay, because you're not
But
seeing
it's-
anybody else.
No.
But is he seeing anybody else?
No.
Are you on the same physical proximity?
Everything, like same page, everything. Like we had this
Okay,
conversation
patient. Okay.
back and forth, constantly, daily, double.
I can picture
because
Queen on the phone like, I just want to know, like,
I'm
you
not,
dating
like,
anybody
it's
else?
so crazy
Because we can't.
because this me, like he know. That's why it's like it's so perfect because it's like he know how I really am. Like I'm not, I'm silly and stuff, and I'm extra, but not always, especially
She
with
is
him.
smiling from cheek to cheek.
Cause that's my little baby.
Okay, continue. We're listening.
But yeah, like I was saying, like so if in high school, if we count high school, 2. If we not 1, I don't really like to count high school, but that's really it. Like literally, that's it. I don't.
No situationships.
I don't do that. I don't do that because I'm not a sex. Because when you say situationship, that's people that you have sex with.
That's
Well,
like
it's a combination.
fuck buddy, pretty much.
It can be.
That's how I.
That's
Well,
how I think about it too.
Well, let me see how I was defining situationships. Situationships are sometimes you may want to be in a relationship with someone, but it ends up just being something else, like, and no one really defines it, and then.
I like commitment. Like I have to know. It's no for.
Right.
I
Like there's
can't
no
move
real
forward
commitment with.
I can't
Right.
move forward
There's no
with you.
real commitment in a situationship. That's not to say that you walked into it hoping it was a situationship, but we call it situationship because it end up when it all is said and done, you basically walked out of being in a situation and not a relationship.
Yeah, I don't.
And people get feelings.
I never in my life
And it doesn't always involve sex. I mean, that's usually in there, but it doesn't always include sex.
So what's the point?
That's the point. That's what I'm saying. Like, have you I'm not saying
it has no point.
Yeah, it doesn't. That's what I'm saying. Like, have you stumbled across situationships?
So basically, we just wasting time talking to each other. Oh yeah, no. One thing I do not do.
Or you were okay with it up until like you caught feelings and they didn't want the same thing as you. Like it can transform into different things.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
So you never had one. Not to say like you intentionally were going after it, but you never had one. Like it was one of those like gray area situations.
And it's like I'm like the same way with Telli. Like after high school,
I've definitely had a couple.
Yeah, after high school, like we was together for a few years, and after high school, I just felt like, cause he tried me, but I just didn't feel like dealing with guys after that. Like I didn't want to be bothered. I was so focused on what I wanted to do with my life, how I'm gonna be able to shit on this nigga. Like, cause when I graduate college, I'm gonna be here, even though I ain't shit right now. But
don't say that. No, that's not true.
I'm about to be. Listen, but this how I was thinking. Like,
right.
I'm for to be the shit, and he for to regret everything that he ever did to me. Like, so niggas wasn't even on my mind. Like, y'all niggas y'all can't, you got something, like, you not, what's our purpose? Oh, okay, bye, get on my face. Like, I was that type of person. Like, I ain't want to be bothered. I ain't have time to be bothered. Like, my mind was elsewhere. And then I'm real, like, my energy is, like, above and beyond, so niggas don't think they don't know how to deal with me. So they don't even try to approach me. Because they already thinking, like, I'm up here, and I'm like, damn, like, nigga, give me a chance, some shit.
Yeah. No, I stumbled across a couple of situationships because it was cool, and then I think I was hoping it would turn into something, and then when we started having the conversations around it, I could see it wasn't going anywhere, and it was just like,
and that's one
what
thing
am I doing?
I cannot deal with guys who do not know how to express themselves. Like, just tell me, if you don't want to be with me, like, it's no end goal to
there's selfishness about it because maybe they just want to continue having sex or relations with you, you know?
And that's okay.
Or,
say that.
Right.
Like, say that. But the thing is, guys don't want you to decide because they already know it's gonna be over once you do.
Right.
It's over. They already know any woman that wants you more than you want her, they're gonna end it because they're not trying to get themselves hurt, and they know that. That's why they would like linger, like drag you along, and never tell you like, oh, this your situation. Oh, I just want to have sex with you. Like, that's what guys do. And granted, it's not from my experience because, like I said, I never been into no situation like that. But I've had friends that have that we have conversations, and like niggas really do that. And then I'm a romantic, so I watch like romance movies and different stuff. So I've watched movies and stuff, so I just see it. That's why I don't want to put myself in that type of predicament.
I agree. No, I just started stumbling. I started thinking about something today, not today, but like the last couple of days. I was like, man, I'm tired of settling and playing like fourth fiddle to people's situations. Like, there's certain one person in particular, I was thinking to myself, I was just like, man, this person created the life that he thought he wanted with the woman that he thought he wanted to be with. Things didn't work out. Now he's in a situation that he does not want to be in, but because there's children involved, I was just like, oh, I would never, ever be able to be at the top of any man's list that has children. I don't give a fuck if you're removed from the child. I mean, not from the child, but like you're not with the person anymore. It's just like, you have work, you have children, and then me? But in my mind, like people treat you the way you allow them, and I feel like overall, I've allowed people to treat me like I wasn't important, like I wasn't a priority. Yeah, but it's not intentionally.
Is it because you put in his mind like you're rushing yourself, so it's like you trying to accept whatever that you're getting. Right? Like,
no, you know, I'm not even on the rushing tip. I think for me it was sometimes you don't know. You think what you get might be like the best that you can get.
Oh, okay.
And then you're like, no, there's more out.
Yeah.
Right. And then you don't know if you're going to ever stumble across it because is it you? Is it them? Is it what you're putting out there?
Am I even going out enough to even interact and encounter this person?
That's a problem of mine. Like, I'm so in my little bubble. I'm trying now to like kind of get out there.
I'm the same way.
That's me. I always said to myself, I felt like in my spirit, in my heart, like I always said, the guy who I marry or the person that I'm going to be with, like for a long time, it's going to be through a mutual friend. I feel like I never was going to meet my person in the club. I never was going to meet him at a function or nothing. It always was going to be through a mutual friend. And I don't know, I just always felt it because that's how I interact with people. Because I feel like through a mutual friend, you kind of going to understand me more than a person that I'm going to meet at a club.
Mm-hmm. You automatically feel more comfortable with them because they know your people.
And not so much banking on that mutual friend. It's just like I know it's going to be through that in my mind, I always thought it was going to be through that encounter type thing.
Yeah, I think I got to a place, and I've said this on this podcast, that I think I'm at a place in my life. I want to be with a friend or have that friend foundation.
Friend foundation is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's people I've been friends with for over 10 years. And so when you have conversations about possibly dating them, like, you don't even think twice about it because you trust them. Mm-hmm. Like, you're cool with them. But other people,
but then it's still scared because it's like, you don't want to lose that.
I thought about that. Well, I thought about that for the longest time. That's why I didn't want to date friends. But then I thought about it. I'm like, you're building relationship with strangers who can just say whatever they want. Like, it's a representative of them. And you don't know what's real, what's not real anymore. And it's just like, I'd rather take a chance with a friend that I could be honest with. Yeah. Like, I know how they feel about me if I was to tell them something about my personal life. Like, what, and so, anywho.
Because, like, my college friends, like, they'll ask me, like, every now and then, because I had this one guy friend, like, we met, like, we're, like, super cool. That's like my friend. He's my guy. But they were like, well, why don't you date so-and-so? And I'm like, oh, I never thought of him, like that. But he liked me more than I liked him, so
what
I
you want, though.
Always, my God, that's the most
that's
important thing.
That's what you want. Because we love harder. That's what
we automatically love harder. So even if he likes you more than you like him, you're gonna love him more. Like, it's just, that's in us. That's a woman thing. But if you got him like
I
that,
sit back and think about it. I'm like, well,
have y'all had a conversation? Do it.
Don't listen to her. She will pressure you into things.
I will pressure you to being vulnerable and stepping out of your comfort.
He's been crossing my mind more lately.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Telli. Then you should go out to lunch or dinner or something.
He doesn't live here.
Where does he live?
He lives in Tallahassee.
What does that mean?
He lives in Tallahassee.
That's literally a 6-hour drive.
Well, I didn't say she had to drive there.
That flight is expensive.
Are there trains or anything?
No.
Not
bus.
Who wants to get on
I ain't
bus?
Greyhounding it.
Exactly.
I mean, I saw him a few months ago when he came down with some of his friends to
Did
visit.
butterflies arise? Yeah.
It's maybe a little.
Telli, come on. There's something the only reason why I said, like, if you have a chance to go to Tallahassee, it's just to kind of just kick it and see, like, could this even be something? You're not forcing anything to happen, but, like, if that's your friend, why not? You can find some time to kick it.
Yeah. I mean, he, like, the last time I saw him, he kissed me and I didn't stop him.
What? Okay, wait, what? What? He kissed you where?
Not like he kissed me.
Georgette, you know what she means.
I do not. Because it could have been on the cheek. He kissed you on the lips?
Yes.
So you kissed him back, Telli?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
what's his situation? So you got to ask that question, though. What's the situation? Is he dating? Does he have children? What's up?
No, he's rare. He has no kids.
Y'all the same age group?
Yeah, same age group. He's like
okay. Oh, there's some maturity there. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, he's always talking about, like, his plans, his ideas, what he wants to do.
And why did he stay back in Tallahassee?
He was raised there. Like, he lives there.
Got it. Family and
stuff. We met in when I was at FSU, like, my freshman year. He was one of the first people I met, like, one of the first guys I met.
And y'all been cool ever since.
That's a good relationship, dog.
What do you say?
And he's always been very respectful. Like, he ain't never tried to make a move or, like, nothing like that. Like,
What made him lean in? What happened for you all to just randomly kiss now? Like, something... was there a conversation? Were y'all kicking it in his apartment? Like, what?
No, like, because he came down with some of his friends. I went to, like,
it was in town when he came down here. Okay.
Yeah, when he came down here. Probably a couple of drinks. Like, we were just, like...
Don't you blame it on the damn drinks now.
Blame it.
I'll blame some of it on the alcohol.
Lies.
Some of it I won't.
How Telli was drinking, I believe alcohol probably has.
I don't know, because you asked if she had butterflies and she said yes.
It helped. It broke her out of this. What she
said. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. To be continued, because I got questions. You know, I'm already going to hound your ass, queen. Ladies, starting with you first, Telli. How can they find you online?
Hit me up on that gram at I'm Just Telli. IMJUSTTELLI. On Twitter, the same thing. Yeah, check me out on that #1 station in the market. You already know what it is.
Oh, she's talking about South Florida, y'all.
Yeah,
for those
South
that
Florida.
are not based in South Florida.
And y'all already know where y'all can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that. At Queen They Said. It's literally spelled how it's said. QUEENCHEYSAID. And also, y'all can check out my podcast, The A-List Pod, on Instagram.
You didn't pub it on the last episode.
I didn't pub it, but I'm pubbing it now. Y'all make
Yes.
sure y'all go check out my podcast. It's what The A-List Pod.
The A-List Pod. I'm still waiting for my invitation. Thank you.
You're coming.
Yes, I would love to be on there.
We're going to crash the A-List.
Yes. You can find me on my personal accounts, Twitter, my first name, Georgette, IG, Georgette Pierre. Twitter, IG for Black Nuance Podcast, same name, Black Nuanced Pod. You can email me at blacknuancepod@gmail.com and find me on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, and Spotify at Black and Nuance Podcast. Ladies, it was such a pleasure. I love getting on Queen's nerves because I know she over me. No, seriously, ladies, thank you so much.
This was dope. I talked a lot.
That's the point.
I know.
Peace.